Clients often ask us, what is my injury? They get into a car accident or they have a slip and fall, and oftentimes they have back pain. So that's their number one symptom. So they start by going to a physical therapy office, and the doctor will do massage and chiropractic adjustments, and then the pain just doesn't go away. So then the client will want to get what's known as a medical diagnosis to understand, like, what is my injury? So oftentimes that's followed by an MRI, a magnetic resonance imaging test. And the MRI will be to their cervical spine, which is the neck, or to their thoracic spine, which is the middle back, or to their lumbar spine, which is the lower back. And it'll show usually an injury. And one of the common injuries that an MRI may find are known as bulging or herniated discs. Now, this is a small model of a spine, and you could see that a healthy disc just kind of looks like this. It's a circle, just like a frisbee is a disc, or a quarter is a circular disc. And it sits here, and it just kind of sits in between the vertebrae, and then you have the nerve roots behind the spine. And the important thing to note is that it's a perfect circle, and they're not touching the nerve roots. But if you have what's known as a bulging disc, it means that the wall of the disc starts to bulge out, and it looks something like this, where a little bit of a leak is starting to form and the wall is starting to bulge out, kind of like if you take a jelly donut and you squish it a little bit, and then the wall starts to plop out and the jelly is just about to come out of that donut. And so when that happens, it might start touching these nerve roots a little bit, and that might start causing pain. And then a herniated disc is the next step. That's when the wall already breaks and the liquid inside the disc, which is a gel in the nucleus of the disc, kind of like a honey consistency, would break through the wall and start to leak out. And that's demonstrated here with the red part, showing that the disc starts leaking, and that starts touching the nerve roots, and that starts causing pain. So that's just a brief explanation of the different types of injuries that one person may have after a car accident, after a slip and fall, after a construction accident, or other types of accidents. And a herniated disc is a serious injury, because for some people, they can get by living with a herniated disc if it's not too traumatic, or if it's not impinging on the nerve root, if it's not giving them too many symptoms. For others, they will need to do further treatment, such as pain management, where they do pain relief injections, epidural steroid injections. Oftentimes people do microdiscectomies or percutaneous discectomies, where a machine will go in and decompress the disc and remove disc material so that the leak, what you're seeing here, the red part, is gone, and then the disc is a perfect circle again. And that's a mini type of minimally invasive surgery that doctors will do in a surgery center, or sometimes right in the office, and people often feel better because of that. And then if that doesn't help, usually the next step would be a full-blown spinal fusion or laminectomy, discectomy, full-blown open surgical procedure, which is much more invasive. So those are a brief summary of the types of injuries people often suffer after a car accident or other personal injury case.